let's go childhood. Let's take him back childhood.
Mm.
So since you're talking about point guard, who taught you that, and what was the inspiration for you learning how to play that position?
Guys,
Because what was your give me your height.
I mean, when I was 10, I was 5'10".
See that?
You know what I mean? But
That's tall.
yeah. But the ball handling and all that came from
New York City.
Yeah,
But that's what y'all did, right? That's a cultural thing, right?
And then I'm playing against older dudes when I'm 10 years old.
We all did that.
And I'm small and, in frame. So me handling the ball was the only way I can get on the court. But it's honestly like how good my handle was, and that shit was really like God-given. And working out with Vincent Smith, who Kenny Smith's brother.
I was about to say, but tell him, you grew up idolizing who? You said it to us when you walked in. You patterned your game really.
Kenny Anderson, yeah. So, even when I was, my first 2 years in the league, I was all about, taking the ball, and taking you and have you move to the side so I can go straight. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I kind of like just grew up playing the whole time.
So we got to give a shout out to Vince Smith too.
Yeah, using my handle to get to the rack.
Kenny A too.
Yeah.
Kenny A was nasty with them hands. I'm sure every guard that came before or came after Kenny A was inspired.
In high school, Kenny Anderson was the the prototype.
For sure.
After him, it was Steph who I looked up to.
Yeah.
Again.
Time there.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
But it was always the point guard game. So I used to idolize Magic Johnson growing up too. So I always saw myself being a big point guard in the NBA.
So always being a facilitator, not having a scores mentality, or just really doing
and
everything.
Shit that, and I look back at it, I'm like, damn, Lamar, I'm right there. That shit hurt you though. Like, you know what I mean? Then your point average being 13 and 15 or 17 is different.
At what age did you feel like, all right, I love this game and I'm different from all the cats that I play against?
When I knew it.
You didn't know?
I did know it. When I was 10 years old, I knew it.
Oh, you knew it then at 10?
Yeah. But my IQ for the game was different. You know
did y'all play outside a lot, right?
Yeah, on the concrete, the rain, shoveling the snow. But I think how I saw the game was different. It was like advanced to me.
At what point did you feel like you earned the respect in your neighborhood playing on the playground?
That was early.
At 10, 12?
Everybody that was 13, 14 in high school, I'm busting their ass and shit already.
Were you the tallest out of everybody?
Yeah, I was 12 in my hood for like 4 years. Because I used to lie to them, be like, yo, I'm 12. You know what I'm saying? I used to lie, I'm like, yo, I'm 12. Just to get on the court or just to get that look.
And there's video of you at the Rucker. Was that one of your favorite places to play as a young boy?
Yeah, I'm gonna say probably to this day, I enjoy playing in that type of atmosphere more than the NBA because it's intense.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. The crowd is on you. Like when you play in the Garden, if you do a nice move, it could be a backdoor pass or something simple. You get to ooh. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna show you that appreciation, especially.
I remember growing up, we didn't have anything like the Rucker, but it's something about playing in the park and playing against older cats. You know what I mean? Sure. That it just it gives you a sense of like, I'm not there yet. I'm not extremely confident. I'm confident enough to be out here, but I'm a little iffy. I'm not real sure of myself and in my game. But as you continue to play against the older cats and in that type of environment, bro, that's what prepares you for, those pressurized situations, those tough games, because it ain't nothing like cats that's from your hood that what they really about. They can hoop, but it's a different type of pressure.
Because it ain't no fouls. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You're playing through everything.
It's a different game.
And that's why I was going to ask about playing with Ron, playing against Ron back in the day in high school. And also Shamika Holsclaw, because you were talking about two people that earned your respect.
So
she went to my high school.
And that's why I'm asking that, because
she used to hoop with us.
You doing what you do, and then her playing with y'all.
Yeah.
Like the talent that came out of New York at that time. Like,
she from Queens too?
She from Queens too.
Yeah. Queens got talent, bro.
Yeah, no, we definitely do. It's just a love for the game. It's a New York City thing.
And just being around it.
Yeah, you just want to be playing as much as possible, really. I don't even know if they play as much. I know they play with the referees and stuff like that, but I'm just talking about just going outside and just getting it on with your boy. I don't know if they really do that a lot, like in our generation, how we did that.
These kids growing up in-house on video games, we were outdoors, bro. Hooping all day.
All day.
All day.
I came from Florida to New York, play at Patterson with Tim Thomas. For the competition. Just to get to see it. We played against each other.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Patterson Catholic.
I gotta ask this. I know how basketball was in New York. I know how basketball was in Polk County. How was basketball in Daytona, bro?
You had to be killing.
How was it in Daytona? Did y'all hoop outside like that?
No, we hooped outside.
At the park?
Yes. That's where I played outside Derbyshire Park. Shout out to Derbyshire.
All right.
That's where I played. But, I mean, to find the best competition, it was football.
And in Daytona?
Yeah, those are Florida. Those are football,
especially in that time, back when we came out. Basketball players were there.
Yeah.
We had to find them. We were a football state first. You know that.
Nah, we had some talent.
We had talent, but you had to go find it. Like Team Florida for a long time, the best players didn't play. Remember? So that's why I ended up going to play with Patterson and Tim Thomas.
Yeah.
And all those guys, because I'm looking for the best talent.
Mm-hmm.
Like I played Team Florida, but it was like the third tier guys, if you would, because the best players didn't want to play.
Yeah.
They were playing football.
Tim Thomas best, like top 3 best high school basketball players I've ever seen in my life.
I hear that a lot. I never seen
because you never really seen.
I never
Tim
seen
like that. New York Knicks. That ain't really Tim Thomas. Tim Thomas in 12th, 11th grade.
I hear
that was my time.
You see LeBron James highlights. He's on that. He's 6'11", like 240.
With the
handle and the tray ball.
Could do everything.
I couldn't do nothing.
Pass
all I can't front. That's one player in high school I couldn't really do nothing with. When he turned it on, it was like he looking at me like a little boy because his body was so mature.
Nah, but he's like 3 years older than us though.
Not
1
year.
He got
nah.
He Kobe Bryant year, right?
Nah, not high school.
He's
your year, right?
Oh no, he's under me.
He under him.
Oh,
so
we're going to play 2 years together.
So he is 96.
He was sophomore. He's going to be I was going to be a junior. I was going to play my junior and senior year.
He was a man child. Huh?
Oh my goodness gracious! He gave it to Jermaine O'Neal at ABCD with a broke finger. I remember he had like the little cast on his finger. Shout out to Jermaine O'Neal.
Hold on, so you went to ABCD a couple times?
Twice. No disrespect, Jermaine O'Neal. You a dog too, but Tim bust your ass at ABCD. I seen it.
Easy.
Bust his ass.
Easy.
With the broke finger.
Talk about
different type of basketball players. Though.
Yeah, because Timber just take him outside.
Yeah, different type of basketball players.
Yeah. Jermaine O'Neal was
that was the crazy thing about Tim though. Like he play on the perimeter, but he can play in the post.
If he played in the post,
he had that too.
You was
you're
done. What you gonna do? It was because he had footwork.
Pretty shot too, man.
He had shot and everything.
I want to get into this, man. I'm waiting. We've been talking about it. That's cool. ABCD, man.
Uh-oh.
Let's talk about it. Like you said, you've been there twice. Like, tell me your first experience of ABCD first.
First time, I probably was a little.
So you went your junior year. That's when I met you.
Yeah, I went to junior. I went 2 years. I went to my sophomore year and then my junior year going into senior year. My sophomore year going into junior year, I was like, damn, there's a lot of. That's why I got so much respect for you because that could have been intimidating for you to, you know what I'm saying, coming from where you came from and leaving the number one with the number one spot. I was a little intimidated. I ain't gonna even front
because of the talent.
There was so many kids
there. Yeah. When you walk in that gym,
so many different body types. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna bump into 7-footers in New York. You just got a lot of them. You know what I mean? You just got these young 7-foot kids, and everybody, body types is different. I'm slight at this time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
playing against these down south boys and all of that. It was a little intimidating, but I came with it. Both times. The year where you left with the number one spot, I probably was a little too cocky. You know what I'm saying?
Because you were the number one player at that time.
Yeah, at that time I was the number one, and I knew ain't nobody play like me or was my height. And then this dude come, you know what I mean, with a little handle, and he jumping over shit.
But what you said was interesting to me because I heard his version, and he was talking about how. Shout out to Dick Vitale, but Dick Vitale was basically his focus was about one people and one person, and it was me. Basically had to get on your level.
Put a target on his back.
But what about it for you? How you sitting there listening to that?
I'm like, this shit easy. They all know that he's setting up. They all gonna get their ass busted. I'm gonna leave out here, And I kind of like took my foot off the gas a little bit. If I knew my man was gonna do a windmill on James Felton, I probably would have revved it up. The whole gym stood up. I was like, oh.
So
shit.
what you didn't know is I almost got a fight with the New York cats on the bus. Sonny had to come get me off the bus because they didn't know who I was, right?
Yeah, I remember that. And then you kicking ass and all that. They got jelly.
Yeah,
got the New York jelly in them.
Yeah,
he said, Zach.
Yo, he did.
Zach was hot.
Yo, he did a windmill on dude. Every coach in there jumped out their seat. Yo, if you could see this highlight, Rick Pitino, everybody that was there was, oh shit.
Nah, it was crazy.
And it was a wrap.
It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But even after that, we faced each other in Vegas in a tournament.
Mount
I was
Zion.
with Mount Zion. Redemption?
Yeah.
Redemption. I remember. I forgot what hotel we was at, LO. We was at the same hotel, and somehow we connected with each other. And I remember you grabbing like, yo, son, the New York, you use New York all day. Yo, son, come walk with me real quick, son. Take this stroll down the street. So we ended up walking up and down the strip or whatever, coming back to our hotel. But I just remember, I was like, man, I just played this cat, and he was the #1 player in the country. Now I'm the #1 player. Now we hanging together, like.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I almost went to Mount Zion.
That same year?
Nah, but when I went to Redemption, instead of going to Redemption, my aunt came and went to Mount Zion that summer. And
you know what? I remember that, L.
You feel me?
Because I remember my coach talking about we were trying to get you.
And
I
told me,
remember
told me everything bad about the school.
Yes.
She told me everything bad. I'm like, okay, so fuck it, I ain't going there.
Wow.
Word.
Clothes, the uniforms, going to church.
Word. She told me everything that she knew I wasn't probably going to really be into about the school.
Waking up 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, going to Wallace Wade, running. Word. Nah, it was a lot.
But then I think about it now, like, we all need discipline.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd have been a cheat code.
In our life.
That'd have been a cheat code. That ain't fair.
I'm going to keep real with you. Like, I'm just like, learning how to discipline myself now. Man, I'm 46.